I got coffee in the morning and my mama in the night. And I got...
What's up? You're watching HIVEMIND, the most advantageous show on the internet. My name is Riley, and as always, I'm joined by my blazing hot co-host, Graydon.
Yeah, baby! Woo!
Sorry. All right, the best music discovery show on the World Wide Web is back. This is Reacting to the 5 Hottest Songs in the Underground, where I take 5 songs I found in the underground and show them to Graydon. He reacts for the first time, you guys react for the first time, unless you've seen the music videos, in which case you react again and gain a new perspective.
Yeah. God, I need some new fire music.
I know. All right, before we get into the first song, like the video, subscribe if you want to see more, HIVEMINDTV.com for our merch, Patreon, link in description, $5 a month. Join us, the best way you can support us right now. You get a bunch of extra content, etc. Lastly, before we get into it, this video is brought to you by our sponsor, OK Drugs. CBD peach eatables. We'll tell you a little bit more about those later in the video. Sweet, do you want to hear the first song?
Come on, baby, hit me.
All right, let's pop the headphones on. Let's do this.
Come on, numero uno.
First up, we got Paris, Texas. They're a rap duo from South Central LA. Okay. Comprised of someone named Louis Pastel, which is crazy because we have a good friend named Leo Pastel.
Whoa. I wonder if there's any relation.
Oh, maybe. And Felix.
Nice. Hell yeah. I love Paris, Texas, the movie, so.
I found that a lot when researching. Yeah. I did not know that movie existed, and it's apparently a place as well in Texas.
Very small town.
But they're not from there. They're from South Central.
Yes.
Let's do this.
Show with they bop or a bozo. I'm the one dodging bullets in slow-mo. Little bitch, you are not at a dojo. You can't kick it here, bitch, I am JoJo. These are how I'm moving, I'm tripping. Got these tabs on my tongue like a browser. Oh my god, Louis over there spitting. He could beat up this beef for an hour. Bitch from the city of God. Everybody you know is a fraud. Man, I think someone's breaking me apart. I just wanted my father's applause. I just wanted my mother's applause. I just wanted these crackers' applause. So I stand on the stage with the bars. So I stand on the stage with the boys. Blessed with my presence, say thanks. Little bitch, what is your rank? Walk in my hood for a second, they might put you in the dirt. Born this way must be a curse. You dropped a song, that's the worst. She don't suck dick, that's a first. Said she was playing and she go to work. Aim for her mouth and I burst. Like a gun or a semi. No, you ain't fucking with me. Yeah, my girls hella pretty, not sedity. They self-conscious, insecure, real high emotions. Long acrylics to hit all them roaches. But I don't get too fussed, that's my bitch. Ass so fat and them jeans in my rip. Wanna move to Atlanta then strip. Hold your tongue with that menace and grip. Got no semi, no Uzi, no clip. Just 100 fists jamming your shit. Hey, on your tombstone we pissin', little bitch. Hey. You my son, you my child, you my kid. SSX, let's get tricky, little bitch. You can't get no high score in this shit.
Damn, we're off to a hot start. That was so cool.
I know.
That is sweet. It, like the 808s don't come in till like a long way in. They're very subdued. This is like power rock.
Yeah.
Like that big chord.
Yeah.
And sick little warm outro. This was really cool. I'm really impressed.
Yeah. The only thing that I was able to find out about this group is that they're apparently managed by Clairo's manager.
Okay.
So the same team that handles Clairo's stuff is handling Paris, Texas.
Interesting.
This is their first song. They have one other song that came out more recently, but the video is animated, doesn't show them. Yeah. So I wanted to lead with this one. But
really cool video, too.
Super interesting amalgamation of sounds that I haven't heard displayed this way.
No.
You know, I've heard Death Grips or Clipping or even like Signor Benedict the Moor, like people who mixed distortion and experimental noise rock with rap, but this display of it feels the most ready for the mainstream.
Yeah, this gave me like the only thing like contemporary that I could relate this to is like Tizo.
Yeah, I
Like
feel
this
that.
is like a kind of grungy rock setting for the like rap.
Yeah.
But Tizo does the auto-tune thing, which is not on display here.
Uh-huh.
But this was really cool.
But it also showed there's some Kendrick and some JID to it as well,
sure.
in the flows, in the enunciating things, letting really
Semi.
that part every time I wait for
Yeah.
that a gun or a semi,
semi.
you know, that's super interesting the way things are pronounced
Yeah.
and how they stick with you, they earworm
Yeah.
with you just in verse flows.
Yeah.
You know,
And I think that kind of highlights too that it's just like an unusual arena in general for those flows. Like those stick out because you never really even heard it in this space before.
And the fact that one of them, I'm sorry, I don't know who is who in it. I'm still getting used to the group, but whoever puts on the guitar and plays it at the end insinuates that maybe the production is handled by them as well. It seems like they're playing the instruments and
for
putting
sure.
the whole thing together.
Genuine rock stars.
So, yeah, totally. I am so excited to see where it goes.
Me too. This is so early on too. Two songs.
A million avenues you could have with this, for
this
sure.
is crazy.
But 123,000 views, came out in February, so they just burst onto the scene.
For real.
Really exciting stuff.
Yeah,
though.
this is awesome.
Yeah.
Right up my alley too.
I know. I
That
knew
was
you.
cool.
I saw it the first time. Grant actually showed this one to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is a. Sometimes you just hear a song or watch a video and you're like 5 hottest.
Yeah,
Like
that's a hot start.
next one here. This is kind of an interesting thing here.
Okay.
This song came out in 2019.
Okay, I remember that.
Yeah, remember that year?
I do.
Okay, so that's 2 years ago now, believe it or not. This song came out then, but the video didn't come out until very late 2020.
Okay.
And I feel like I had to show it to you.
All right.
This is Shrimp.
Love that name already.
I know, especially with the whole Cinnamon Toast Crunch thing going on. Very topical, you know. Which, by the way, that's starting to feel like it's kind of a scam.
I told you.
I know, you
bro.
told me,
I
a lot of
told
people
you.
told me, whatever, you
You
know.
just wanted to believe it's true. You love shrimp tails, bro.
I love religion, dude. Sometimes I just want to believe something. Astrology,
Be
tarot
real.
cards, please, you know. But this is Shrimp, This Body Means Nothing to Me. Kind of an underground classic. A lot of people know this song. You might have even heard this song.
All right.
But Shrimp is from Atlanta. I don't know how old he is. Don't know much about him. Beyond just, I've been a fan of his music for a couple years now. But
Cool.
yeah, here you go. It's on a Starry. It came out December 9th, 2020. Got
Shrimpy.
380,000 views.
That's big. Nice.
Say they saw him with a gun they can stop, but they don't know there's people talking in the dark. They seem to care, and I keep falling in and out, and it leaves me rotting. But I doubt he's had enough, had enough, had enough. Feels like I'm standing on the outside, looking in. I know this body's not mine. To begin with, I wish that I could crawl out my skin and see the world. And I promise this is the last time. I admit it, these days just seem to pass by. In a minute, a pistol in a small town. We've seen it all before. Hey, I just wish I could go outside without this fear of home. And I should probably see a counselor, 'cause I don't feel too well. And why am I always the bad guy when I'm just trying to help? This body means nothing to me at all.
Wow.
There you go.
Too short.
Too short?
Too short. I could have heard that hook like 6 more times. I don't know. It was abrupt ending.
yeah.
Before I get into the song, I want to say, like, whoever directed this music video, the timing is impeccable.
Oh, it's great.
From that first blood drop and that guitar hit to, like, just every cut was, like...
Paying a lot of attention to the song's progression.
Right.
And made that come... Yeah,
That's
totally.
huge. When those two coincide, like, when the shots cut, that makes me remember the song and like it so much more. But this was really beautiful.
Yeah, the video did breathe new life into it too, because I had been hearing this song for a year and a half, and then to see a video, it was a great fit. So.
Really, really good.
But yeah, as for the song, what do you think?
Like, kind of gave me like a King Cruel vibe
Totally.
in like the vocal tone and just like how it seems like very roomy.
Yeah.
But lyricism, really cool, like provocative, like made you like felt nostalgic, but just like kind of like deeply sad, like really depressing. But
it feels like one of those kind of like running away songs.
Yeah.
You know, you
ditch it.
yeah,
Leave it all
it's
behind.
like, it's really one of those escapist like.
I did a lot of bad things here.
Or-
Now I'm starting anew.
Or bad things are happening to me. I need
Yeah.
to escape this. It feels very like driving your car as fast as you can in a random direction,
Yeah.
you know? But what I specifically love about this song, I definitely hear the King Cruel cadence, but also just that it uses energy and emotion in his delivery in place of heavy instrumentation
Right.
or a low end or anything.
Yeah.
It feels like it has a big blow up moment in the song, but there's nothing else really
it doesn't
added.
really
It's just the
change.
guitar goes a little harder and he's singing a little
Yeah.
louder.
And
you know?
like by the time you get to the title of the song, it's like so well earned. You know
Oh,
what I mean? You're
totally.
not like over saying that. In fact, you like kind of hint at it before, like this body. You don't even say this body means nothing to me. Like this body like isn't mine. Is the
Yeah.
first kind of line, and then like, by the time you get to it, you're like, whoa, this is heavy.
Yeah, and restraint is great with this type of song too,
Yeah.
because there's so many obvious things you could do,
Right.
like add drums or fit yourself into this category. This is just guitar and a voice.
Yeah.
And
Felt like very like diary book,
totally.
like very personal.
Yeah, and some of the cadence also reminds me slightly of the band Ice Age. It just has like a little bit of a grimace or a growl to
Yeah.
it that I could totally see some heavier stuff down the pipe, like
Kind of like heavy
experimental.
UK
Yeah.
music. Like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. I've been a fan of Shrimp for a little bit, but I was surprised just from Atlanta. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, either Pacific Northwest or Sweden.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's some nowhere.
Or London.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But no, I love this song. I was so glad to get a video for it too.
Yeah, that was really good video too. Wow, these ones are they're growing on me fast. This is a fire list.
Yeah,
Going.
and we're not even halfway through.
No.
But before we get to the third one, you want to tell them a little bit about our sponsor, OK Drugs?
Let's kick it to those guys.
All right, let's go over here. Thanks, guys.
Hey, thanks,
Appreciate
guys.
that. All right.
Yeah, like they said, this video is brought to you by OK Drugs. These peach eatables, have we told you about them before? But we are going to tell you again. These little vegan gummies.
They're vegan, they're CBD, they're peach, they're gummies. You chew them up, and boy, do you chill out.
And they're non-psychoactive, so
true.
they don't get you flipping high.
They don't.
They don't.
They're great if you're trying to wind down at night, have trouble doing that,
Yep.
or you're a little nervous for something. You just take one of these. You barely feel different. You'll just your nerves will be eased.
Yeah, it's kind of like that little screaming voice in the back of your head.
It's like a bug you could squish. you
Yeah,
know?
or like giving the little kid a Game Boy.
ah,
You know what I mean? Like the
oh.
annoying kid at the restaurant, you give him like a little toy, and then you're all chill.
Yeah, I was doing that for a while. Then I ran out of toys to give
Yeah,
them. But-
I ran out of kids.
and a lot of families were not happy that I was giving toys to their kids. But I mean, I don't know.
They're screaming, so maybe I'll just start giving them these.
See, I don't think that's a good idea.
18 plus.
18 plus viewers, okay?
And with our code, you can save 20% at the website. HIVEMIND.
Yeah, type that in when you're ordering your own CBD peach eatables. The website link is in the description. Thank you again, OK Drugs. We love you. We're so excited to be sponsored by such a great product.
And remember, guys, check in, chew up, and tune out.
All right, let's get back to Graydon and Riley with the rest of the video. It gets worse every time.
I know, dude.
It's tough.
It's really hard doing ads.
Ooh, and that one was to the future, too, not even to the past. That one is crazy. Okay. All right, snap out of it.
I'm back.
Back into it. All right, next, We got a Detroit native.
Hey, let's go.
White Rose Moxie.
Nice, let's go.
White Rose Moxie is 18 years old from Detroit, Michigan, where our show is based out of, where we live. He was part of the Assemble residency and is now signed to 300.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah, I'm really...
Shout out Assemble.
I've been waiting to put White Rose Moxie in here, waiting for the right video, and I felt like this was the right one.
Cool, because I haven't seen this one, and I've heard quite a bit of his music.
Yeah, so here we go. White Rose Moxie, this is Stars.
Stand Up Detroit.
It's got 40,000 views, came out on February 19th of this year.
Getting some love.
Kano on the track, Hey, money in the dark, ayy. Shorty shake, I throw that money in the dark, ayy. She was shook when I took her to my part, ayy. I know that you really scared up in the dark, ayy. But little baby, look up, all you see is stars, ayy. Stars, ayy. Black up in the car, start, ayy. Bitch, that shit to start, keys, I can find them in my art, jeans. I've been rolling with the dark team, ayy. All red. I've been sipping on red, and it's getting to my head. Yeah, it's getting to my head. I've been my games, baby, playing my games. Why you spend your lifetime playing with me? Ay, swear this ain't the right time, hit me lately. If it ain't about shit that's paying to me, then fuck you saying. Money in the dark, ayy. Shorty shake, I throw that money in the dark, ayy. She was shook when I took her to my part, ayy. I know that you really scared up in the dark, ayy. But little baby, look up, all you see is stars, ayy. Stars, ayy. Black up in the car, start, ayy. Bitch, that shit to start, keys, I can find them in my art, jeans. Yeah, I dropped out, then I popped out pig. Yeah, we hard now, got the blackout leg, and I'm still walking with my chains out. The whole city know the name. I'm on a bullet train, plotting, tryna pull a play. I got niggas back home waiting on me. I've been business handshaking on my best behavior. It's a lot of shit weighing on me, gang paying for me. Money in the dark, ayy. Shorty shake, I throw that money in the dark, ayy. She was shook when I took her to my part, ayy.
What do you think?
That guitar is going to be ringing around in my head. Such great sample work. This is just so cool because this is such like a diversion from what people are like thinking about when they think Detroit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is just like someone out on their own. Like this is like, I heard like elements of like Old Thug in here. I heard elements of X, and I heard like some really cool stuff. I love what he does with his voice, like the keys. Yeah, that harmony really hit me.
Such control, vocal control is like White Rose Moxie has it down.
And there's like that slight little, almost like a bridge of a verse. Like there's that different melody for a second, and then right back into it, and that shows really just like sweet skill. This was really cool. Yeah,
it makes me want a Trippy verse on a White Rose Moxie song. Like Trippy and White Rose Moxie would make something crazy. And that's stuff that I hear, and we've said this about other Detroit artists from Ohio, Michigan. That's where we grew up, and so I hear things in the way he announces them as like a speaking voice thing that I'm just so used to.
It's Midwest.
Yeah, it's just Midwest stuff really gets me. It gets in my brain. So
for sure.
Yeah, I love like the heavy drum work too.
Yeah,
like the
that
rock
like weird
drums.
little fill.
Yeah, it reminds me of like some Travis Scott or some Tame Impala stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to see where it goes. So much star power.
Just so clean and like accessible. Like you could show this to anyone.
That's the reason I wanted to show this one is like White Rose Moxie gets experimental. There's a song, there's that song Tricks that he has with the remix with Baby Smooth, who's also from Detroit. But this one just felt like anybody who listens to melodic rap right now, slip this into your playlist. It's like, it's total standout.
Yeah, this is like, this could ring off in the summer. This is like a nice little summery jam.
Yeah.
Oh, it was really cool.
And he has big dedication to Detroit itself as well. He wants to live here, stay here, and just do his traveling to LA and New York, wants to work with people in Detroit.
Definitely
big hometown hero, like for real.
You need people like that to revitalize something that's already cultivating like such great talent, but that often happens is you cultivate great talent and then they deuce.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Props to White Rose, man. That is killer.
Yep, shout out to Moxie.
Stars.
And if you ever want to make something, we're here in Detroit. We'd love to do an interview, music video, all that stuff.
Shameless plug right there.
Next, we got Blackwinterwells.
A name I'm familiar with.
Yes, Blackwinterwells is 24 from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada.
Nice.
Shout out our brothers, sisters, friends, foes up above the border.
Big bros.
Yeah, she's a producer, singer, solo artist. You may have heard her name, popular collaborations with Osquin. Yeah, this is Dark Magician.
A solo track, though.
Yes, this is just Blackwinterwells, Dark Magician, filmed by 8485.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I love that the helix like in the beginning.
Yeah.
I noticed. I was like, oh, Helix Tears. That's probably why.
Helix Tears is the collective.
Yeah.
She's kind of like the leader of that collective, but 8485, a bunch of other people.
That's
in that.
cool.
Great collective.
Yeah, cool symbolism too.
Yeah.
This was like so reduced down, but like hypnotic. Like I kept expecting it to go different places, and it's so hard to do that. And so, like the little moments in the song were also like tastefully chosen, but very subdued.
Yeah.
Like just like, oh, this, and then the voice like is like ghostly and fills up all this empty space.
It's funny that you say that because she has said that her vocal style is like sad ghost.
Yeah.
That's what she's trying to go for is sad ghost.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that sounds like a sad ghost.
Yeah, it's funny. It has almost like a drum and bass tease. Like it feels like it's about to do a big D&B break, and it doesn't do it.
Yeah, I felt like a minute in, I was like, here comes the EDM influence. Like it's gonna go, like it's gonna blast me, and then it doesn't. And that's what I ended up liking like the most about it. Is like that tease of it's gonna drop. No, it's just gonna.
Yeah, and for you and for other people out there who this is their first time hearing this song, I promise you, like that one is gonna stick with. Like I showed it to Rosie, I've showed it to a few different people, and they'll be singing it around the house. Like it really sticks with you. And this song's been out for a little bit, and then the video came out in February of this year. But she releases so much music. There's a reason that this one has the video.
Yeah.
You know, and only 5,000 views, like, deserves way more.
For sure.
Talk
Talk about a swag apocalypse too.
Right? Yeah, isn't she swagging on them?
Totally swag. I love like it takes such a confidence too to like use your art, like your name, like your moniker in there too. Like that's swag.
Yeah, and the close-ups are also like they ring almost uncomfortable the first time you see it, but it's such a specific thing that that imagery sticks with you too. It's just like really close to
And
you.
it kind of matches like the whole energy of the song because it's like when you really need a friend, I won't be there.
Right.
And it's like this kind of like angry.
There's
like,
a bit of braggadocio, like deep
That's what I
seated
mean,
in this one too. It feels like
I'm on my own. I
Yeah.
don't need you. Like it's cool. This
Yeah,
is
and
different.
saying your name, like all of
Yeah.
those things, it definitely feels like it's in your. It has this confidence to it that
But
I
it's
love.
that subtlety I feel like that's gonna make it. That makes it catchy. Like it's just like little tidbits. So you are only really left to remember these like specific pieces of the song.
Yeah, and I've read a lot about Blackwinterwells in her interviews saying she's a little bit older than the average person in the scene and has been making music for 10 years now. And what she's able to bring to a collaboration with, say, someone like Quinn, who's 16 years old, able to polish really explosive creative ideas that young people have.
Right.
But what she's able to do in her solo music as well is subdue those things or create things in these pockets that it takes being like a really skilled musician to even think to do. So I love her as a collaborator, but also her solo work I feel like has star power potential.
For
what
sure.
she's doing is
Oh,
like
yeah.
important music
And it's
for the scene.
so different.
Yeah.
It takes such a talented person to do that. Like pull it all the way back and like hit those notes that you're not hitting type
Right.
thing.
Right. So yeah, please go show love to Blackwinterwells.
That was like an effortless 3 minutes too.
Yeah, totally.
Like didn't feel that long.
I return to this song all the time, and she's constantly releasing great
Yeah.
music. I believe she released a song today that I haven't listened to yet, so I have to.
The streets are fat.
With 8485 and Fishnark, I believe.
Oh,
so
nice.
it's cool to see Fishnark in the fold with them too.
Yeah.
There's a song that's Quinn
Where's she
Blackwinterwells
from?
and Hamilton, Ontario.
Oh, yeah, you
Canada.
said,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
coming back to that one for
There you
sure.
go. Shout out Helix Tears. Shout out Blackwinterwells.
Yeah, can't wait to go to Canada.
I know. I can't wait to cross that border.
Once they lift my felonies, they're gonna let me know.
Yeah. Last one.
Okay.
We got Samia. Big Wheel.
Love that show.
Big Wheel?
Yeah, the big wheel, whatever.
Oh,
you know what
with
I mean?
Pat Stajak.
The big wheel of fortune.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, this is Samia. She's 24 from New York City, singer-songwriter.
I've heard of it before.
Let's get into it.
I got bug bites on my legs. I got two friends who look alike. I got coffee in the morning and my mama in the night. And I got bad news, but I didn't fight. I got bad news, but I didn't fight. I got a big wheel in Montana, and he told me yesterday that a year ago he looked me in the eyes and lied to me. Got an old friend in Japan, she's been mad at me before. It's just that she and I have got nothing in common anymore. He feels bad for doing what he did that night. She bought new shoes in Tokyo, and I got bad news, but I didn't fight. I got bad news, but I didn't fight. Got a lover in my bedroom, or the smell of him at least. If he's somewhere getting smarter on a free man's odyssey. God, I'm really gonna blow with all this empathetic shit. Understand the thing you did, and every reason you did it. I'm so mad, dude, and I wanna cry. I got bad news, but I didn't fight. I got bug bites on my legs. I got a big wheel in Montana,
right.
Might have saved the best for last.
You like that one a lot?
That was really cool. What an arrangement.
Oh, I know, right?
Like from the warm like key tones that kind of keep everything like nice foundation to the guitar work that changes from like the plucking to that crazy like bit at the end.
That like cyclical thing at the end. It's like do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah,
It's
just
really
like
cool,
really
yeah.
hypnotic and like cosmic feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels like you're kind of like just whirling through space.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's get to the dance moves. Like, I'm not,
Obvious TikTok play. Just trying to go
Yeah.
straight for TikTok. Trust me, we get it. We're
We get it.
creators.
We get it.
We're big TikTokers.
I've
We get
worked it too. You know, something
Yeah,
like
and the song calls for it. You know, it just has that.
Absolutely.
It has those heavy 808s. Those that
made me want to shake my ass.
this needs a Tyga verse. You know what I mean? Maybe Megan. Megan could do something with this one.
It gave me like her voice reminded me of like Joni Mitchell. The way
Yeah.
she hits that falsetto, like runs up there and really cool, like very classical vocals.
That's something I've really loved about the evolution of folk music, and this isn't necessarily all the way folk.
No.
It's like folk pop or
For
something
sure.
like that. But
The songwriting's folk, I would say.
right, but it's gotten so, like you said, like it's cosmic.
Yeah.
It feels like it has this kind of alt thing to it.
Yeah.
You even saw like Casey Musgraves did that
Right.
with country.
Yeah.
You know, Phoebe Bridgers does her sad version of that. It's
Well,
really
I feel like
interesting.
there's been like a kind of like almost like secondhand psychedelic influence on like the folk kids of today.
Totally.
You know what I mean? And it adds to that.
Yeah, and there's that plus internet stuff here.
Right.
Because there's these catchy little lines that I
Yeah.
feel like you wouldn't write unless it
Bug bites
was.
on my legs.
Yeah.
Two friends that look alike.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really catchy. This was so cool, man. She have a project out?
Yes, it's called The Baby, not to be confused with Da Baby.
It's called The Baby.
It's called The Baby.
She's a genius.
Let's go! Ha! Ha! Yeah, yeah. It came out in 2020. This song came out in July of 2020. It's only got 55,000
Yeah,
views.
this deserves a million plus.
And I mean, Samia just released a collaboration with Field Medic and
Nice.
The Baby reimagined with people on each of the songs from the album.
Oh,
Did,
cool.
like, collaborations with different people. Really, really cool.
Yeah, this is brilliant.
Now, the last thing that I found in my research that I thought was really interesting, you remember that part in the video where she's dancing with somebody and pants fall down?
Yeah, it was my favorite part.
I believe that's her dad. Okay? Her dad is Dan Finnerty, I think is his name. Let me see. I think his name's Dan Finnerty. Is the guy who sings Total Eclipse of the Heart at the end of Old School, the actor.
Really?
Yes. And get this, her mom is the voice of Peggy Hill from King of the Hill.
No, she's not. You made that up.
I straight up, I
You made it
I
up.
promise.
You made
I
it up.
promise. Those are her parents.
That, when you get those two, you get greatness like this.
That's what I'm talking
You know
about.
what I mean? Like, it's obvious.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have said it if I didn't find it on Wikipedia.com, so I know that it's right. And it was just so funny to me.
Or it's like a little prank she's pulling on everyone.
that would be amazing too.
Yeah.
But as I was digging, I was like, "There's no way it's this guy," because you'd recognize him if you saw him too.
Peggy Hill's daughter.
Peggy Hill. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That is amazing.
So,
What a beautiful story.
but I love what Samia did with the video too.
Yeah,
but
this
this
is-
song, before I even knew there was a video, I'd listened to this song like 100 times.
Yeah, and this is one of the ones where like I'm gonna have a lot of different experiences with this song. Like listening to it without the video is completely different.
Yeah.
But it's not like the video went, I don't know. I mean, it was like all kind of comedic, but it was still just like charming and like
Yeah.
funny or like light.
It felt like watching somebody's Instagram story.
Yeah,
Low key, it was
felt
just like
light.
fun. Yeah, it was like, here's going through my old Instagram stories
Yeah.
from the past year.
Yeah.
That's like the vibe that you
It was
get from
insightful, and it like adds. Now when I re-listen to the song, it's gonna have like a different kind of vibe to
It's
it.
new age nostalgia.
Yeah,
I really do
absolutely.
think nostalgia is going to feel very different for people who grew up with phones.
Yeah.
I mean, we did for the most part,
Sure.
but it's just like, it just adds this new way to look back at what
Yeah.
you did with a certain. There's going to be a different filter on memories from this generation. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I do too. This is really sweet. I'm looking forward to your career, honestly.
Yeah, me too. All right, quickly, you have to crown a winner. This is like maybe
I
the
know this
toughest.
is like the most litty one yet.
Liddy.
Uh-huh,
That's good. I
uh-huh.
like that you said that. All right, let me do a little recap
Yeah,
for you.
go back. We got Paris, Texas.
Heavy metal.
Uh-huh.
We got Shrimp. This body means nothing to me. We got White Rose Moxie Stars. We got Blackwinterwells Dark Magician. And we got Samia Big Wheel.
Honestly, it's between Samia and Shrimp, and I think I gotta go Samia just for like the experience. It was like it had 5 different little parts that I loved, and Shrimp's was like that was my only thing with it. It just ended. And I was
Yeah.
like, whoa!
Totally.
Samia's my winner.
Well, that's Graydon's winner. Let us know yours in the comments. I hope you guys found something new, maybe one or two. Maybe you didn't know all five. I
Yeah,
hope you found
like
some new music to listen to. There's a Spotify playlist linked in our description where I add a bunch of these songs, a bunch of stuff we find from our streams, a bunch of other cool songs from the underground. You should check that out. Follow that playlist. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. And Graydon, would you like to leave them with a piece of advice?
Sure, I got.
Oh, wait. Before you give the advice, I want to thank OK Drugs, our sponsor for this video.
Oh.
I almost forgot, but I didn't.
Where would we be without them?
Right. CBD peach eatables. Buy them. Link in description. Yeah, all that stuff we said in the ad. Now, Graydon, would you like to give some advice to our wonderful viewers?
I got something for him.
That's good.
Your silence may often be misinterpreted, but it'll never be misunderstood.
That's huge. That's absolutely huge. Thank you, Graydon.
You're welcome.
And thank you guys for watching. This has been HIVEMIND TV. We love you. We appreciate you. And we tell you when you're right and we tell you when you're wrong.
From the bottom of our heart.
All right,
love you.
We'll see you in the next one.